Hello student, here we are going to see the India push for WTO reform at Paris Minister during a high-level mini-minister meet of 25 WTO member Union Ministry for Commerce and Industry outlined India's vision for a modernized WTO, emphasizing the need to address trade distortion and bolster multilateral government. India reform agenda for the WTO. Next is the India's proposal and issue regarding the WTO functioning, tackling non-tariff barrier, sanitary and phytosanitary measures, technical standard, anti-dumping suit, import quota and import licensing, etc. Restricted market access. Example: EU's maximum residue level for non-basmati per while rice of India, addressing distortion caused by non-market economy, government market intervention to distort competition and drive prefer outcome to benefit certain domestic actors. China export quota on the rare earth, revival of WTO dispute settlement system due to the USA opposition to appointment of the member. WTO appellate body remained dysfunctional since 2019. India, however, opposed the alternative mechanism of multi-party interim appeal or arbitration arrangement. Fully initiative and of the WTO Fully initiative agreement, which are negotiated by the subgroup of the WTO member, not all. Example: investment of facilitate for the development not agree upon by them all, including India and South Africa, oppose the expansion of the WTO mandate beyond traditional trade issue. A non-trade issue would depend difference. Example: India's opposition to any EU carbon taxation. Conclusion. India's society stance at the WTO ministerial meeting in the Paris underscore its commitment to revitalize the multilateral trade system, resolve among participating countries to strengthen the WTO, respect its core principle, promote global trade growth, can result in pragmatic solution within the existing framework. Security force launch operation along with the India-Myanmar border. Here telling that according to Defense Ministry, India Security Force launch operation in Arunachal Pradesh along the border follow a specific information about the movement of unknown armed individual. Cross-border security threatened to the India's northeast insurgent activities. Several insurgent groups like the NSCNK, ULFA, and PLA and NDFB have used Myanmar as a safe haven for training, regrouping, and launching the attack on the India security force. Ethnic conflict and refugee influx. Political turmoil in the Myanmar, especially after the 2021 military coup, led to the spillover of the refugee, especially ethnic Chin and Rohingyas, causing law and order issue, a strain on the resource refueling local resentment. Arms and drug trafficking, entry of the drug from Golden Triangle, Myanmar, Laos Island, a major source of heroin and the synthetic drugs through Myanmar into Manipur and Mizoram, aggravated the drug abuse issue. Measure taken to counter these threats, uh, legal and uh, legal, uh, legal, legal policy, National Register of Citizens in Assam to identify illegal migrants, ascribe the free movement, regime with Myanmar, etc. Counter-insurgency operation, joint ops operation, Sunrise by India Army, Myanmar Army to destroy cross-border insurgency, active operation by Narcotics Control Bureau, India under the comprehensive integrated border management system, a strengthening of the border outputs. outputs, etc. Next is 5 year of the India, 5 year of the India-Australia Comprehensive Strategic Partnership, marking 50th anniversary of the Comprehensive Strategic Partnership. Both the country emphasize on the share visit for a stable, secure, prosperous Indo-Pacific continuous to the guided collaboration. Both the country also welcome signing of Australia-India Joint Research Project, agree to work together to combat terrorism in all its forms. About India-Australia GSP in 2022. 2020, the two nations decided to upgrade bilateral relationship from a strategic partnership to comprehensive strategic partnership. How India Australia help in India's foreign policy objective? Free and open. Free and open Indo-Pacific, India and Australia are part of the Quad with the USA and Japan collaborating on maritime security and regional stability, participating in military exercises like the RC Index and Malabar can enhance interoperability and the novel cooperation, etc. Diversification of strategic and economic partnership, trade diversification through the economy, cooperation, trade agreement, supply chain resilience initiative with Japan, multilateral, multilateral regional engagement, joint participation in the platform like the East Asia Summit, India Ocean Region Association, etc. Um, key area of the cooperation, key area of the cooperation under the CSP, science, tech, research collaboration. Example: Australia, India strategic research fund for the COVID-19, maritime cooperation for the foreign open exclusive Indo-Pacific support to Indo-Pacific Ocean Initiative, defense cooperation. Example: mutual logistics support agreement, 2+2 dialogue, etc. Regional and multilateral cooperation and collaboration in the East and Asia Summit, etc. Terrorism, example advocacy for earlier adoption of a comprehensive convention on the international terrorism. Economic cooperation, example double taxation avoidance agreement, other people to people Thai agriculture cooperation, etc. India-Kyrgyzstan bilateral investment treaty officially entered into force. The bilateral investment treaty signed in the June 2019 entered into force with effect from the 5th June 2058. In this new bilateral replaced the earlier agreement in force in 2000s, ensuring continuity in the protection of investment between the two nations, India, Kyrgyzstan bilateral investment treaty, the bilateral investment treaty, balance the investor right with the sovereign regulatory power of the both country and reflect a shared commitment to the create resilience and transparent investment climate. Key feature of the BIT definition of asset enterprise based definition with an inclusion and exclusion list, clarify investment and characteristic, capital in commitment, profit expectation and risk assumption, etc. Exclusion for the policy space, exclude local government procurement, taxation, compulsory license, etc. Removal the most favored nation clause which previously allow investors to selectively import favorable provision from other treaties signed by the host state. This removal will ensure more consistent treatment. The BIT contains general security exceptional. The attempt is to carve out a policy space for the state general exceptional protection of the environment, ensuring public health, safety, etc. Revise dispute resolution clause require investors for to first use local remedy for before international arbitrary promoting alternative dispute resolution. About the bilateral investment treaty definition also referred to as international investment agreement. They are tool for providing assurance to foreign investor against measures that may adversely impact their investment while assuring a state sovereignty right to regulate. They allow investor of home country to sue the host country for investment related dispute. India approval the new model BIT next tax in the 2015, which replaced India's model BIT 1993. Since 2015, India signed BITs with Uzbekistan, UAE, and Brazil and Belarus, etc. India saw India India showcased world's largest disaster risk reduction financing system at the 8th GPDRA 2025 at the 8th Global Platform for Disaster Risk Reduction 2025 in Geneva, India identified the absence of the dedicated international financial mechanism to support establishment of the DRP financing system. In this regard, India called for the creation of the globally facility backed by the UNA system and institution to provide catalytic funding, technical assistance, and platform for knowledge exchange. India's disaster risk reduction financing system. India's philosophy. India believes in a strong, responsive DRR financing architecture as a cornerstone of resilience. India progress in the DRR financing. India initial allocation early finance commission allocated INR 16 million USA 0.7 million current allocation under the 15 finance commission allocation exceed INR 2.332 trillion USA dollar 2.28 million DRR finance mechanism. India follow a predetermined rule based allocation following from national to state and district level supported by the Disaster Management Act 2005. This transformation ensures that financing is a structure and predictable rather than reactive. India's DRR financing approach built to our own four key principles. First, dedicated financing window for preparedness, mitigation, relief, and recovery. Second, prioritize of the need of the affect people, vulnerable community. Third, accessible of financial resource across all government levels, central, state, and local. Fourth, accountability, transparency, measurable outcome guiding all expenditure. Related news. African Union joined coalition for the disaster relief infrastructure as a 54th member. This announcement came on the margin of the 8th GPDRR 2025 in Geneva about the GPDRR established in 2006. Theme of the GPDRR 2025 Everyday Count Act of Resilience today. It is a global forum where the participants take a stock of progress, share new knowledge, exchange best practice, and discuss the latest development and train in the reducing disaster risk. The UN General Assembly recognized the GPDRR as a critical mechanism to review progress on the implementation of the Sendai framework for the DRR. Also in news, Election Commission of India has introduced a streamlined technology-driven system to generate index card and statistical report, replacing the older manual time-consuming method about the index card description. It is a non-statutory post-election statistical reporting format developed by the ECI as a show-off initiative. Objective to make constituency level election data easily accessible to stakeholders such as research, academia, journalists, policymakers, and the general public. It share detailed election data like the candidate voter votes, party candidate vote share, gender, voting patterns, etc. Regional difference, significance, enhanced transparency, support in the depth electoral research, contributing to the informed democratic discourse. Discourse. Greater Flamingo Sanctuary. Tamil Nadu notify Greater Flamingo Sanctuary at the Dakshinakodi Preserve as a critical stopover point along the Central Asian Flyway for the thousands of migratory wetland birds. About the Greater Flamingo Peninsula, IUNCN status list concern distributed Africa, West Asia, India, South Africa, Europe. Habitat breed in the silo wetlands that are either saline alkaline feature. That these species has a greater disperse capacity outside the breeding season, but it is a highly polaric to run or to remain near the particular site or area to catches. Desert Wildlife Sanctuary in the Great Dam of the Kutch in Gujarat state is a unique protected area that supports South Asia's only breeding ground of the Great Flamingo, internationally renowned as a Flamingo City. India Council of Arbitration. Indian Council of Arbitration (ICA) organized the third edition of its International Conference on the Arbitration in Indo-UK Commercial Dispute during the London International Dispute Week 2025. About the Indian Council of Arbitration overview. The ICA is India's arbitration institute established in 1965. A status is operate as a non-profit registered society under the Society Registration Act 1960. Headquarter New Delhi and 10 branches across India. Objective to promote quick, affordable, and amicable settlements of the commercial dispute feature. ICA mainly ensure cost-effective and efficient arbitration. It follow its own rule for the entire process. It specializes in maritime arbitration, offer education and training in alternative dispute resolution. International Criminal Court. You say hit International Criminal Court judges with the sanction over the investigation into the Israel about the International Criminal Court, origin established under the Rome Statute 2002, and headquarter the Hague, Netherlands, jurisdiction, genocide, war crimes, crimes against humanity, and crimes of aggression, and prosecute individual and not a state or group. Member India is not its member. National Plastic Waste Reporting Portal. Environment Ministry launched the National Strategic Waste Reporting Portal on the eve of the World Environment Day 2025. About the National Plastic Waste Reporting Portal comprehensive waste tracking. The portal captures the complete plastic waste management ecosystem from waste picker to waste processing to disposal. Data access the data on the plastic waste management. Urban local body district panchayat from the across the country will become available for better planning and waste management. Namaste scheme. Union Ministry of the Social Justice Empowerment launched a nationwide digital application waste picker enumeration app for profiling waste picker under the Namaste scheme. About the National Action for Mechanism Sanitation Ecosystem Machine scheme launched in 2023-2024 as a center sector scheme. Objective to formalize rehabilitation of person engaged in the hazardous cleaning of the septic tanks, jointly implemented by the Ministry of the Social Justice Empowerment and Ministry of Housing and Urban Affairs. National Safai Karamchari Finance Development Corporation is the implementing agency of the sewer septic tank worker. Its mandate was expanded in the June 2024 to include waste pickers. Greater Flamingo, this you have done. Rifle. They are telling that the Salt Aviation partner with the Tata Advanced System of the Rifle Fighter fuselage production in India. India is said to become the first nation other than France where the rifle fuselage will be manufactured. Fuselage, it is the central body structure of an aircraft served by the main housing unit. About the rifle aircraft's characteristic, it is a twin jet 4.5 generation fighter aircraft. The distinguishing capability of the 4.5 generation fighter include low observation to the radar, ability to supercosine fly at the supersonic speed without using of afterburner, extreme maneuverability to at all speed. India Air Force already operated a 36 rifle, and the Navy will induct 26 rifle marine jet by 2030. Aravali Green Wall project on the occasion of the World Environment Day, Prime Minister highlighted the importance of the re- reforesting Aravali Range under the Aravali Green Wall project. He also said that the plantation activity in the Aravali range and beyond will be go tag and monitor on the Merit live portal about the Aravali Green Wall project. It is a part of the Environment Ministry of Vision to create green corridor access across the country to combat the land degradation and the desertification. The project named the project name is the creating a continuous built 5 kilometer buffer area across the 700 kilometer stretch of Aravali Range. Aravali Range is the one of the oldest on the planet, spanning Gujarat, Rajasthan, Haryana, and Delhi. Objective to prevent eastward expansion of the third desert carbon sequestration contribute to India's commitment of UNCCD and CBD and the UNFCCC, etc. So, for Surian Gramenarium, recently a Chinese nation was charged with the conspiracy and thus smuggling a potent plant pathogen and fusarian grammarian into the USA, raising concern of the agroterrorism. Agroterrorism means a deliberated use of biological agents to destroy agriculture. About the Fusarium granarium, it is a Scotian fungus that causes Fusarian head blight in cereal crops including wheat, barley, rice, and oat. It lead to the it lead not only to the yield and quality losses but also contaminate grain by producing mycotoxic that are hazardous to livestock and humans. Global framework against bioterrorism, biological weapon Biological Weapons Convention entered into the force 1975. Australia Group intergroup to coordinate national export control law to minimize the risk of the proliferation of the chemical and the biological weapon. So I would like to hear stop.